What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Outside the Round. Today, a very special guest. We talk about folks being truly the brand of Raised Rowdy. And this guy right here lives it. He is it. He has been all over the world in the last 2 months, and he has arrived on a red-eye flight from the West Coast back here in Nashville, Tennessee. He's the pride of Alvarado, Texas. We got our boy Sevy in the studio. Brother.
What's up, brother?
Thank you for coming here after a red-eye flight, being out on the road. Life is just crazy, huh?
Dude, I fucking love it, man. I love you guys. I wouldn't miss this for the world.
Dude, and we love you, and thank you for wearing you wear the merch more than anybody, aside from like Nikki T and myself. You are the Trash Panda, dude, and I'm glad that we got you hooked back up in a hoodie. Tell me the story of what happened with that.
Oh, we were in, oh, God, where were we at? So I go out with Taylor Holder.
Yes,
and
yeah.
play guitar for him on the side, and he needed a guitar player for, what was it, C2C Fest? So we were in, like, I think Germany or Ireland or one of the cool places, and he likes to work out. I do not, but he likes to work out, and so I threw my hoodie in a locker with all his stuff. Well, just randomly, he goes and grabs his own backpack from the locker and doesn't tell me, and next thing you know, I go in there, it's fucking gone. Like, so some asshole in like Sweden or some shit's got my fucking hoodie. And if I ever find that dude, I'm going to kick him in his shin, and I'm going to say some really harsh words to him. Because me and that hoodie have been through a lot. But thank you for hooking me up with
Dude, of course. Anything you ever need merch-wise, you know.
Dude, I'm just gonna say, hey man, like, just give me an assorted box.
Oh yeah.
And I'll wear that shit all day. My next one is gonna be that do what?
Oh yeah, I think we got one over there. If not, I will fix that. I've got it in the truck, I'm
I
sure.
was jealous because it was after the last event I did with y'all, and Tanner walks out with that do what hat on, and I was just like, where the fuck did you get that? And he's just like, it was at the merch table. It's like, fuck. But he always takes like the cool shit too, and I'm like, damn, we're gonna be matching all the damn time now.
Yeah, well, we're working on some more Trash Panda designs, and I know
yeah.
you're almost exclusive to the Trash Panda. You wear the Trash Panda, and you wear the we call it like our rebel hat, like that loud, like
Oh yeah,
like where it says raise, right? Like
yeah, the
big block
explicit
text.
kind
Yeah,
of thing.
yeah, the
Oh,
explicit.
yeah.
I'm like, that is Sevy.
I was honestly debating between this hat or the explicit Raised Rowdy hat, and I wore that one in like the explicit Raised Rowdy one. I wore that in San Diego all weekend, and it got a little sun faded.
Yeah,
And I've had to wash that sucker like 3 or 4 times. And did you know that like I don't have like those hat cages?
yeah.
So you just throw them in the dishwasher.
Oh,
and that
yeah.
shit works great.
Yeah, that's a great trick.
Yeah.
That's how you keep those hats going.
I know. And so but it's got a little sun faded, and so I was like, I'm gonna wear the nicer one.
Hell yeah.
So
Oh, yeah, well, we appreciate it, dude. So it's funny. I always tell people how you and I first met. Oh, we got to crack it.
oh dude, I got to. It's been.
This is your first time having the green tea, so I'm
This
interested
is
to see
my
what you
first
think.
time having the green tea.
The green teas have been crushing.
Okay.
Because they've got 50 milligrams of natural caffeine in it. So it's green tea and lemonade. Oh, shit. There he goes.
That's solid. I bet you it tastes even better if I didn't just brush my teeth. But you know, I think I can taste past it. I think it tastes pretty damn good.
That's awesome. Shout out to our friends from Surfside, vodka,
Hell yeah,
lemonade,
Surfside.
iced tea, and all of that. But you and I first met in Louisiana, right after. It had to be. What year would that have been?
I think it was like 2021 maybe.
Yeah, I think it would have been 21. It would have been coming right out of
the vid.
right out of the pandemic,
Yeah.
which was like we were touring heavy. I know you were touring heavy because you were out in the Texas scene. So we had accessibility. Me being out with Trey and you being in that Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Louisiana, and those markets where
yeah.
shows were still going. And at that point, you were still going by Andrew Sevner.
Oh, yeah.
And you and the band opened up the show, and we hung out and we partied. I think that was at Cowboys in
Cowboys.
Scott, Louisiana.
Yeah, something like that.
Justin Champagne rolled up to that. That was a whole crazy night.
Dude, that was a great night. I brought so he's actually like my cousin's husband, and I brought him out to video like the experience, and dude, I still have that on my Dropbox file.
Hell yeah.
It was so much fun. I look back at it. I drank way too much.
Yeah.
And I loved it. But like, ended up happening like the venue after that night. They were like, "Hey, our band for tomorrow night canceled. Do y'all just want to take the slot?"
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So then we ended up taking the next night.
Oh, nice.
But we had to play like 4 hours.
Oh, fuck.
And we had a sit-in guitar player. So he was just guessing on like 3.5 hours of material. And we had a lot of originals back then. And so we just said, fuck. Then he ended up getting sick or something. And he ended up like having to lay down on the stage as it was going on because he was like about to pass out. But he would not stop.
Wow.
Yeah, he's a G.
So when did the move from Texas to Nashville become a thing? Because I know you've been here for a little while now, right?
Yeah, I've been like I started really like during the middle of the pandemic. I really started coming up here a lot to record and write, and we didn't know what we were doing or who we were going with or anything, and so we went through a couple of different like people and stuff. But I really started writing because like in the middle of the pandemic, yeah, there were still like some shows in Texas and stuff, but nothing like we were used to. And so I started writing more, and that's when I realized I really fucking sucked at writing. And so I was thinking, where's the best place to write? It's Nashville. So we started coming back and forth, and I think right after, I think it was like 2021, like going into 2022, that new year, I think that's when I finally made the move.
Yeah.
And I slept in a garage in Laverne. It wasn't like a really nice garage that has AC and heat. It was just a fucking garage that you park your car in. I threw my bed in there and my TV. I found a couch on the side of the road, put that at the foot of my bed, and I threw a blanket over it, and that's where I slept. So when it got hot, I was sweating fucking bullets.
Yeah.
And when it got cold, I was bundled up in like 7 jackets and like fucking 3 pairs of pants and like 17 blankets.
Yeah.
And slept with ants a lot because not like, people's uncles' wives or anything, but it's like actual like fire ants.
Yeah.
And it was not fun, but it was a good introduction to Nashville. I figured that if you start from the bottom, there's no way else to go but up.
Yeah, dude. When I first moved here, I lived in Spring Hill, and then I lived in Laverne after that. So I was an I-24 guy, dealing with at the mercy of that and everything. And you said that you thought that you sucked at writing. I think what it is you didn't have your sound and you didn't have your style yet.
True.
Because what you do as Sevy, bro, it is so freaking cool. And I mean it. I'm not just saying it because you're sitting right across from me and Tanner's sitting right there. You're one of my favorite full band acts to see in this town, man. You bring a party. You and your band are dialed in. And what you're doing, it's like, does it live in the country world? Yeah. Does it live in the rock world? Yeah. Does it live in like the pop punk world? Yeah. Like it's Sevy. It's whatever you want it to be, man. And the songs that you have been putting out lately, like I feel like moving to Nashville, you've really found yourself and what you wanted to say as an artist.
Dude, yeah. And I thank you so much for saying that, by the way. Because people ask me all the time, like, what genre we are. And I kind of just say, dude, I don't fucking know. It's like, I don't know what to call it. I just hope one day someone calls it good.
Yeah.
And it kind of came, I think we started finding it when I went through my mental breakdown and became Sevy. It was like a door unlocked because, like the that Americana folky kind of music that's out now, like, it's not really my bag. It's not exactly what I love. I love some of it, but it's like everybody's really depressed with that music all the time, like really sad.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, it's our job as musicians and artists to create emotion in people. And it's like, let's try to make the horny emotion come out, or let's try to make happy come out. Not everybody has to be sad and depressed. It's okay. Like, you could smile through the pain, or you can have sex through the pain, or you could do something else,
Yeah.
Like, you can just be mildly okay through the pain. Like, it doesn't matter. And so instead of, like, kind of falling into that emotion of sadness and stuff, it's like I thought about what if we just had fun with it. And I was always the guy that went into the writing rooms and said the weird thing.
What's an example of like the weird thing?
Well, like, okay, I was listening, like, I was listening to a lot of Machine Gun Kelly, and I went into a writing room and I said, hey, I had this like super fucked up depressing line, like super fucked up. It was like something along the lines of like, sometimes I wonder what a barrel would feel like against my teeth, but I think of the mess and fall back asleep because there's so much to live for anyways, like fake love, depression, and sunny days. And that was the weird thing. And then next thing you know, me and David Duvall, we turned that into my song Sunny Day. And it's like, you know, about how girlfriend is like fucking my best friend. And then it's like, you know, like still happy on a sunny day, or try to be happy and shit. And it's sunny days. And I'm still trying to figure out what my life is right now. I'm trying to wake up. But yeah, so I just was always the guy that said the weird shit.
Yeah.
And so now I finally get to write the weird shit.
Yeah, dude. And I think it reminds me of the growing up in the Northeast, like ska is huge.
Mm-hmm.
And those songs melodically and the message sounds happy. People are dancing to it,
Mm-hmm.
but those lyrics are depressing.
Yep.
And it's taking that depressing thing of sunny days ruin our weekend. Like a lot of that stuff is sad when you go and read the lyric sheet. You're like, man, this sucks, but you turn it into a party.
Yeah.
You find a way to make the sad shit into a party.
Well, so like with Ruin Our Weekend, you know, Tanner got his ass beat, and it's just like I like to. We're playing on stage, and I get Tanner up there, and you know the Stanley Cups.
Yeah.
The big, like, it's just she just grabbed that fucker, just beat his ass. Love you, Tanner. And you know, have you heard of Creative Vets? And
Yes.
stuff?
Oh yeah.
Well, I work with Creative Vets, and I write with them occasionally, and I kind of just took that model and was like, hey, like, let's do that for Tanner. He's a veteran. This kind of counts, you know, and also like this traumatic experience, something might come of it. And I don't, to be completely honest with you, a lot of it was a haze because I'm pretty sure I got a little drunk when we were writing that song. But I do remember it took us 7 hours to kind of figure it out. And but we were just taking like a heavy topic because every guy that I know, if something bad happens, they either brush it off or they laugh about it and they drink through it, you know? And so we were like, let's take that energy and put that into a song because it's a heavy topic about a guy going through domestic violence and stuff, or domestic abuse. And it's like, let's just kind of laugh about it in a serious way.
Yeah.
And understand that happens to a lot of people. And man, we've gotten some really good, really cool people like messaging us on TikTok and all that stuff, talking about how that's kind of helped them through their situation. The women have, you know, reached out and said the same thing. One girl said, because of this song, I'm going to stop beating my husband, which I thought was kind of funny.
Yeah.
You know?
Wow.
So it's like it's doing some really cool things. And I think that if you can take heavy emotions and heavy topics and see that and help people see that it's maybe not that heavy, and you just have fun with life and you get out of shitty situations, you get out of that toxic relationship, and you go find yourself, you go find the right thing for you. I think that's the way to do it sometimes.
Yeah, absolutely. And now something you do really well is you balance this duality of Andrew and of Sevy. How hard is that to do, and when did that kind of become a thing? Because like you said earlier, like Andrew is the songwriter, the guy that understands the music business, that has the, like, every day you're Andrew, but you know how to flip this Sevy thing on as an artist. How do you balance that?
Alcohol usually helps.
Yeah.
The drunker I am, the more Sevy comes
It's
out.
drunk alter ego.
Yeah, exactly. But no, I mean, it's more so of like Andrew Sevener. He's not confident. He doesn't believe in himself. He's been kicked around by a lot of people, and it's okay, you know. And But Sevy, on the other hand, he's a baby. Like, we just created him like a year ago, maybe a year and a half. So this guy is coming at it like, fuck it. You know, he kind of, like, I keep saying he, but it's still fucking me. It's weird. But Sevy is just kind of this personality of like, man, like, we're just going to fucking do the damn thing. I'm tired of getting walked on. I'm tired of all this other shit. And we're just going to go fucking punch you in the mouth with our music. And he doesn't have to worry about anything. Like, Andrew has to worry about his girlfriend back in Texas. He has to worry about, you know, all of this stuff. He's got to worry that, you know, where he's going to pay back the truck loan for the van. You know, he's got to worry about taxes and shit like that. Sevy has 1 or 2 jobs, and it's to get drunk and to make people have fun with his music. And so when it's time for the stage, when it's time to do that, that's when the light flips on, man. Like, my pre-show, like, ritual is like 2 shots, 2 beers, grab 1 more beer to head out on stage. And that's kind of what helps kind of flip the switch. I have been able to do it sober, so I know that I don't have to be drunk to do it. But it does help a lot when you got a little alcohol flowing.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, absolutely. And you've gotten to go out on the road now as Sevy, both out playing with Taylor, which seems like it's been a great opportunity for you. Talk a little bit about that.
Dude, I fucking love Taylor Holder. I love that entire camp. I love those guys. They really have helped me out in a huge way because, you know, right now we don't have a booking agent. We're still trying to build social media. I mean, we just started this whole thing a year and a half ago. And we knew it was a risk, like, jumping in and starting from complete zero. And then in that interim, you know, Taylor was like, hey, man, do you want to come out and play guitar for me? And he has let me sing parts of songs.
Oh, like, yeah, you're part of that show.
Yeah. And
you're a huge part of that show.
Yeah, and he's helped me out with that. And I've got to learn a lot from him, and I think that he's been able to learn from me, and it's been a very symbiotic relationship. He's also taught me how to do social media because I could not do social media to save my ass.
You do that very well, by the way.
Thanks,
Your
man.
teasing of songs like Homie Hoppin' has just been in my head over. I can't go on Instagram and not see it. Like, your frequency of that, and like the one you guys just did where you had Z, or you incorporate Tanner, you incorporate Taylor, you incorporate Zoe. Like, you have like that whole crew. Like, you're doing a great job of that, bro. Because that shit ain't easy.
I can't take all the credit for that. I got to give Tanner a lot of credit on that because Tanner is able to come in, and I was very closed off to social media, and he was the one that kind of helped me. Him and Tyler Woodward kind of said, hey, do you want this? How bad do you want this? Because you're going to get uncomfortable. And if you want this, you're going to have to be fucking uncomfortable. And once and being around Taylor, he's taught me to be uncomfortable. I've watched that dude pull up and just sit in the middle of a crowd and do a video. And then he gets weird looks. And then he says, what are you looking at? Like he doesn't say it to them, but he says it in, like, under his breath. That guy was looking at me like, fuck that guy, you know? And so I was like, oh, that's the energy that you have to do this. And ever since then, it was like a flip switch. And I was just like, all right, we're going to, like, I don't give a shit now. Like, we're going to do it because I have a career that I want to build. I have things I want to do. I don't care. Like, to all my friends back home, I look like an asshole. I look like a douchebag, you know, because I'm dancing on fucking TikTok. But I don't give a shit anymore.
But the songs are also songs that people are dancing to.
Exactly.
You're playing upbeat music. You're not dancing to some slow, depressing song, forcing it.
Yeah,
like,
it's not like
Homie Hoppin's a bop, and it makes sense you guys are doing the dance to it. Yeah. Same thing with Ruin Our Weekend. Same thing with Stuff Happens. Same thing with Sunny Days. Like, it's stuff you rock out to, and it's stuff because the way you're moving and the content is the way people are moving at the shows.
Yeah, and that's kind of like, I can't dance to save my ass, you know? Like, I get white girl wasted, and I go out there to Shania Twain, and I shake my ass. You know, that's what I do. And but I got 2 left feet. There's a reason why I learned how to play guitar and sing instead of fucking being on a dance floor. But like, that's like, so my shitty dancing on TikTok, that's how I would dance normally. I just kind of sway, just kind of move my fat boy hips.
Rocking
yeah, just having fun. And I tried to think of like, what would Jack Black do, you know?
Yeah.
And that's what I kind of go with. And so, yeah, I just like, we're really, Taylor's helped out a lot. We've been able to get like ruin our weekend and stuff in front of a lot of people that have been resonating with it. We've been able to, you know, incorporate them on some videos. Tanner's been working his ass off coming up with ideas and helping me find like my confidence in doing that stuff. Because it really does. It takes a village. It takes a team sometimes. And I'm really fortunate. I'm really glad I have a team that's buying in with me. Tanner didn't want to be in front of a camera either. And then he got his fine 6-pack ass out there. And he's like, he brings a sexy element to it and stuff. And, you know, because I got like on one video of me and Tanner, I think we got like 30 comments of like, who's the mustache guy with the abs? And then I got one girl's like, I want a piece of that big man with the beard. I'm like, I got one. Yes. You know? So it's been really fun attacking the social media stuff. It's been really fun experimenting. We just started over on Instagram like 3 months ago.
Broke Sevy
because I'm broke. So we're trying to build that up. It's been a blast finding the fun to it all instead of thinking of it as a job. It's been really fun just having fucking fun.
Yeah. How has the writing process changed? Like you talk about Sunny Days being kind of the catalyst for that, where you go in with this super depressing out there lyric, and then you and David turn it into what is now Sunny Days, one of our favorite songs at Raise Rowdy. But how has the writing process changed from what you were doing back in Texas when you were starting out to what you're doing now?
Well, back in Texas, I was trying to write like the next like Tennessee whiskey or the next thing, and I didn't know how to do it. I had no fucking help. I was just writing by myself. I thought like internal rhymes and just making sure that it rhymed, you know, and it didn't really make a whole hell of a lot of sense, you know. I thought that was the key. Now, being up here and learning how to write with some of the masters like Brian Bunn and Billy Montana, you know, all those guys like that. Ben Wagner is another one.
Oh, dude, Ben is awesome.
Dude, he's amazing.
And he's part of like, it seems like you're part of this tree that has moved out here since around that 2021, 2022, where it's like I know Ben's been out here for a little while, but Ben, Caitlin Killian, Wyatt Flores, like there's a crew of you guys that you've built with, it's OEM, right? OEG, excuse me, not OEM, OEG.
I think OEM's a really great band, though.
That's why I'm thinking of it. but you've got like this crew where all you guys kind of came out here around the same time, and like Ben's a part of that too.
Kind of, yeah. I mean, Ben was one of the very like first writers that kind of came and wrote with the entire camp and stuff, and like learning from him. Like Ben and me and Tyler and David, Duvall, we wrote Homie Hoppin' on a retreat in about 30 minutes, you know, and me and Tyler had another write we had to bounce to, but we got in there. I got the chords going, you know.
So groovy.
Dude, thanks, man. I was
fucking
working on that
groovy.
because I just wanted some disco kind of shit.
Yeah.
And then Tyler threw some lines out there. I think I got like this one, like turning brothers into Eskimos. But David Duvall and Ben Wagner just went the fuck in on that song. They're like, look, there's probably this is where they fucked up. They're like, it's probably not going to get cut. Probably not going to do anything with it. It's probably just a funny thing that we're going to do. We're just going to say the most outlandish shit. And we did. And then I was like, I love this. And then we took it to the studio and we cut it. And that's our next release. But yeah, but you know, with all those guys, what was the question again? It was
like that crew of
dude.
just being a part of like that OEG crew.
It's been great, and you know, writing with them and learning from them, and the experience of writing for Sevy now has just, I get to say the weird shit and I don't get looked at like a fucking idiot. You know, like I get to say like, hey, what if we wrote a song about how I'm in love with my ex-girlfriend's lesbian lover? Like, you know, and they're like, what? Okay, let's fucking do it. You know, and so it's just like weird shit like that. And it's not as serious. Like it feels like people don't overthink it, and they don't have to go in there expecting to write like the next big radio #1 country hit, and they're not trying as hard. And by that I mean like they're not like, oh God, well, I don't have this line. And it's more so of like it's just like 3 to 4 people just hanging out, having a good time, trying to laugh and trying to make the best out of life in a room and put it into a song.
Yeah. Now, backing up, how'd you kind of get your start with doing music? Because you've been at this thing for a long time now. We talk about Sevy is an infant in the grand scheme of things. He's a year and a half old.
Yeah.
But Andrew's been doing this for a long time. So kind of back me up and tell me a little bit of, we know the Sevy origin story. Tell me a little bit about your origin story doing this music thing.
Oh, Andrew is like a 90-year-old man on crutches. So I'll be 29 at the end of May. And I started actually, I say professionally playing when I was like 13. Because that's when I got paid for my first gig.
Wow, that's big as a 13-year-old.
I know, right? Luckily, I have parents who are musicians.
Oh, really?
So,
okay.
yeah. So my dad, he grew up in Michigan playing bass and guitar, and he was in, like, the disco scene. He was in everything.
That makes sense now with your grooviness, yeah.
And then Mom was the country girl from Fort Worth, and we had a band together. It was me, my mom, my dad, and my Aunt Cindy, my dad's sister. And so I started, Dad taught me how to start playing guitar, and Mom was teaching me how to sing Elvis tunes in the car. And I found my love of Travis Tritt, and I was like, this is kind of sick. But then at the same time, in Dad's truck, I was listening to Steely Dan. And so it was like this weird dichotomy, and we started playing like all the top 40 hits and some of Dad's like older like rock, pop, funk music.
Yeah.
And first gig I think ever was at that I got paid for was at Turkey Creek in Alvarado, Texas, a little hometown bar. Shout out to my boy Adam Lee for giving me my first paying gig. Anyways, that is kind of what started it all, and we did that till I was 21, I think 22 maybe. And then The Voice came, and so I did that for a long time. I did my own solo thing as Andrew Sevener. It was a trio for about 2 years where I was playing rhythm, lead, and singing and fronting. And then finally got a better guitar player than me, and did that for a while. COVID hit, just kept it going. So it's been a long journey. So I don't know what 13 and to 29 is. But
so you talk about The Voice. You mean like the show?
Yeah.
I didn't know you were on the show.
You didn't know that?
I had no idea.
Hey, yeah, I was on The Voice, like 2019.
I had no idea.
Yeah, I got third best loser, so I was 4th place.
I had no idea, and I mean, and I feel because I feel like too a lot of people don't talk about when they did the shows and stuff like that, because then it's like their identity becomes the show.
Yeah, and that's kind of what it felt like. At first, it was like, I'm going to use this as much as I fucking can.
Yeah, as you should.
And then, but then I come to realize that the fan base of like The Voice and American Idol and all those other singing shows and stuff, it's they're fans of the show. They don't really become fans of you. They become fans of the show.
Yeah, unless you win the show. And,
yeah.
And those are few and far between.
Yeah, and so... And when I did that, I was not expecting to even make it onto the show, let alone win. And so the fact that I got 4th and made it to the finale was beyond me.
Yeah, what kind of songs were you singing on there?
Oh, country with it, dude. It was country. Like the very first one, I say that my very first one was a rock song.
What was your first song?
It was what is it? Shit, it was a Rolling Stones tune. I keep wanting to say She's Country, but I know that's not Rolling Stones. Damn it, I can't remember it now.
Would it be on blanking. Like if I looked it up?
Oh, it's definitely online. You'll hear my little. It's bam, 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 and dan. I met a gin-soaked ballroom queen in Memphis.
Oh wow, yeah! Look at you with the cowboy hat.
Oh yeah,
singing Simple Man, singing Travis Tritt, Modern Day Bonnie and Clyde. What if I find the blind audition?
Honky Tonk Woman. That's what it was.
Oh,
a Honky Tonk Woman. But I did Travis Tritt's version. And that was my blind audition. Blake was the only one that turned. I played a little guitar solo in it, and that's what he liked because you could see him doing this in the video. And yeah, and then I had to sing Dan and Shay's Tequila for my battle round. And then it gets messy after that. I can't remember.
Me and Sevy were a thing. I was in Japan, still in the military, watching him.
So that's how you. So he knew about you.
Well, me and him actually grew up together.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like we played pee-wee football together.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, and then he moved to Oklahoma. And so then we lost touch and everything. But then after The Voice and all that stuff, I had a show. Blake got me a show opening up the Doghouse at Tishomingo, Oklahoma, the Old Reds there.
Yeah.
They opened up a concert part of it called the Doghouse. And so I was the first, like, open to the public show. And anyways, Tanner showed up to it. And he was a little chunkier back then. Not like me chunky, just, like a little fuller.
Little meat on the bones.
Yeah, a little meat on the bones. And me and him, I still have a picture. He's all baby face, fresh from the Navy. And yeah, so it was, that's where me and him kind of linked back up a little bit. And then years went by. Finally moved out to Nashville. He came out here on a trip with what did you call them? The Honeys.
The Honeys.
The Honeys. And yeah, so we went out and we partied and we had a great time. And it was during CMA Fest, and this fucker goes up and there was some artist, I can't remember who it was, and I was just like, man, I've met him before, but I don't want to bother him. And he was like, dude, why the fuck not? And I was just like, God, he probably doesn't remember me. It's no big deal. Just fucking walks his ass up there. Says, hey, you remember Andrew? And he was like, yeah, man. And we just kind of dapped it up and shit. And I was like, oh, okay, that's how that's done. I was like, hey, Tanner, you want to move to Nashville and work with me? And he's like, I don't know. I got to think about that. Like 3 days after he left, hey, man, just bought a house in Nashville. I'll see you soon. I was just like, yeah, that's what I'm fucking talking about.
That's what a manager does?
Yeah, I guess so, yeah.
That's what a manager, a road dog, a best bud does.
I know. And I think the cool thing is that, like, outside of my family and like the OEG, like the OG OEG, which is like Susan Owens and Tyler Woodward, there's never really been anybody outside of that has like truly just believed in my shit and what I've got going. And so it was really cool that Tanner just comes in on a whim and literally just after talking, hey man, you want to? It's like, yeah, sure, I'll buy a fucking house. Like, and just bought a house.
Just going all in.
Just went all in. Like, there's a dude there. He doesn't know the percentage of making it and not. And like, there's a good chance that he's gonna be broke for the rest of his life hanging out with me. But he took that chance anyways, and that it blows my mind that he did that, and I'm very thankful for it. And I'm not saying this because I'm not just saying this because he's here, but I thank God for him every day, man. He's truly helped me. If it wasn't for him, we wouldn't have the social media shit that we got going. He really kind of drives me to do that.
Would Sevy have been a thing without him moving here, you think?
I think he would have been a thing, but I think we wouldn't have progressed as much as we've had so far without him.
Yeah.
Because, like, he kind of opens up, like, he kind of lets me just be me, and he gets to handle the business shit. So, like, if I've gotten drunk, I had a few times at shows, and then he'll come up and say, Sevy, you need to chill, brother. I'm like, yes, daddy. All right, I'm sorry. And but he's helped me rein it in. He's helped me kind of find the balance of Sevy, where it's like, because if you let Sevy go, he will go. He will go for days, he'll go for weeks, and he'll just fucking go.
Yeah.
Like, wake up, have about 17 surf sides in the morning to get going, and just fucking go. And thanks to Tanner, he's one of those guys that's like, hey, we need an Andrew today.
Yeah, it reminds me of like how you had like The Undertaker and like Paul Bear, or like Paul Heyman with like Brock Lesnar.
Oh yeah.
It's like the wrestler, it's like the manager handler of the wrestler.
Yeah.
And Sevy is the the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world and whatever professional semi-pro wrestling circuit.
Hey,
is.
keywords are heavy and weight. Is it all right if I hit this?
Yeah, go for it. Yeah,
Okay.
go for
I just
it.
didn't know.
What flavor you got?
It's fucking out. It's dead.
Oh no,
But it's sour fucking fab. And
the geek bars.
dude, the geek
Those
bar
are
Pulse X.
greasy.
Oh, I love them.
Those are greasy.
Mm.
I can't picture Sevy hitting anything else.
Dude, well,
Geek Bar. Has Geek Bar or Vape made it into a song yet?
yes, kind of. Do you know Justin Holt?
Yes, very well.
Dude, me and him wrote I think it's a fucking banger.
Yeah, Jimmy's actually playing our Wednesday show this week. I love Justin. Justin's he's like a little brother to me. I've known that kid since he moved here.
Love that dude. He is such a talented artist and writer. I love what he's doing. And we actually sit down. We wrote a song. I'll show you afterwards.
Yeah.
I don't want to give away too much because I think we're gonna take it to the studio because I fucking love that song.
Yeah, dude. And Justin's similar to you, where it's like he came up doing one style, and then as he got to town and just kind of hit the fuck it button, I'm gonna do what I want to do.
Yeah.
And now you have Mike's Hard, and you have Mr. Kringle, and you have all
Call
of
me
those.
Mr. Kringle because I got it in the back. Dude.
Yeah, Architect. Like his style has evolved to what he wants to do, much like you going from your country stuff to I'm Sevy. I'm gonna sing about my best bud getting his ass beat. I'm gonna sing about homie hopping. I'm gonna sing about stuff happens. Like,
yeah, dude.
That's great. You two are writing together. That's a perfect match.
Dude, I'm excited to write more with him. I think we've gotten like 2 writes in together, maybe two or three. And I've loved. I think it's 2 because I only remember 2 songs. So if there's a third one, Justin, and you see this, I'm sorry. But I love the 2 that we've gotten, and I think that the more time that I get to write with him, we'll find another groove and find another gear and just fucking go.
Yeah.
So, because right now my biggest problem is finding people that want to write this stuff.
Yeah.
That are okay with traveling to the weird side. That are okay with like stepping out of the norms, because then I will never disrespect anyone's grind and anyone's like path that they want to choose to be on. But like it's a lot of people, they want to stick to country radio. They want to stick to what's gonna, like, if this doesn't get cut by me, then they could pitch it to somebody else and it gets cut. Because if you write for Sevy, it's either Sevy's gonna cut it or nobody won't cut it, because nobody wants to sing about that shit, and or at least that way. And so right now, trying to find the people, like I've got a very tight knit group of people that I write with, and I love every single one of them guys and girls, and I'm wanting to eventually expand and find more people that I could trust and bring into that. But as of right now, I'm sticking with my people.
Yeah.
Because they see the vision, they see what it is, and they don't take it too seriously, and they just have a blast doing it.
Yeah, you gotta have fun doing it, man. And speaking of fun, you ended up doing that college tour, right?
Oh, yeah.
What was that like? Tell me about that, because I remember we were talking about trying to find a way, and unfortunately we just couldn't find a way to fit it in with our bandwidth of what we had going on. But
dude.
talk about the frat tour, the college tour. What was it called, and how did it go?
Well, for one, I didn't realize how old I was until I got there.
Yeah.
But it's okay. You know, I still outdrank most of them. Anyways, it was a blast. It was really, really tough. We were supposed to play in Denton one time, Denton, Texas, and we had this frat that we were going to play with. Some way, shape, form, or fashion, they got busted by the party police or whatever. So they had to shut down for a little while. So I was getting on the flight to head to Texas. My band was halfway there, and our shows got canceled. So we had to scramble and just find 2 fucking shows. But it was a blast, man. Like some memories that I will keep with me for the rest of my life. We partied. Like a lot of people didn't know what we were doing, didn't know our stuff. But I think we got some wanting us to come back. It was a true blue DIY, do it your fucking self kind of tour. And we made a banner with spray paint and it just said Sevy. We just hung it up everywhere we went. It looks like shit, but it looks great to me. And we just went up there, and our goal was we were going to give you the best like 75 minutes of your life. You may not know our music, but you're going to have a fucking blast. And I think we accomplished that. I mean, I think yeah, the tours really helped us with TikTok and stuff, because
like the content and the videos that people were taking there.
Yeah, because I mean, like there was one we were in. It was here in Nashville or in Tennessee.
Was that down in Murfreesboro?
Yeah, I think so. What was
MTSU?
MTSU, yeah. We're at MTSU. It's fucking cold. It was cold outside. And we were on their back patio of their house, of the trap house, you know? And like 25 people show up. And we're like, you know what? Fuck it. We're going to make these 25 people fucking love this. They started a bonfire. And they just went in on it. They were like all in, having a fucking blast. Cops get called. And I told the guys beforehand, I was on one that day. And I told the guys beforehand, I was like, if cops fucking come, I'm going to keep playing. I'm going to go to jail today. Have bail ready. The cops get there. Andrew Sevener's like just fucking turns on. He's like, I'm sorry, officer. Like, we'll stop right now. Can we just finish this song? No? Okay. Well, all right. Have a great night, everybody. I just couldn't do it. He was so cool. Like, he got like so many complaints, and he like tried to hold it off as long as he could. Finally, he was like, hey, we got to shut it down. Sorry. Meanwhile, the stadium is like a block away, and you can hear the fucking bands and the horns and the cymbals playing just as loud as us. And it was like, oh, well, that's fine. But because we said fuck in a song, we had to shut up. But it was so much fun. And there was the one in, what was it, Aggieland? College Station.
Oh, yeah.
And like, to be honest, like, that was, I think, our biggest one. But they were all kind of spread out, and we played to like one or two people at a time. Like 2 people would come up and they would leave. 2 people would come up and they would leave, because they had lawn darts, they had basketball, they had all this shit going, they had barbecue going. And then finally at the end, we started playing Ruin Our Weekend, and they just came up naturally. I was like, fuck yeah, that's sick. That's fucking awesome. And so we went ahead and rocked a video with it, and it was amazing. I think that was our first big video of that entire thing. And I want to do it again. I want to do it better. I know how I can do it better. I know how I can do it bigger. And next time we'll actually have more than 3 weeks to plan it.
Yeah.
Because we literally just woke up one day and said, fuck it, we're going to try this. And we had 3 weeks to plan a month's worth of shows.
And where else did you go? Like, how far north did you go? I know Texas was a part of it.
We stayed in Texas. We just kind of hit all of our connections that we had.
Yeah.
We stayed here in Tennessee. We hit Texas quite a bit. I'm blank. I was drunk most of the time. Where else did we go? Do you know?
Did you guys end up going to Virginia?
No.
That didn't work out. We ended up going to. We did something else.
Oh, we went to South Carolina. So one of my buddies from The Voice, his name's Geith. He had a gig and he needed a band.
Oh, Geith Rigdon. Yeah.
Yep. And he needed a band last minute. And I was like, I'll fucking be a side. Are you gonna pay well? Like, let's do it. So we mobbed down to like South Carolina. We got the songs like 2 days before the show.
Oh, wow.
And we just rocked it. And we played this festival with him. And then we drove all the way to Texas to play.
Played 2 shows in Fort Worth.
Oh, because then we had to open up for Taylor in Dallas the next day. So we played on like Thursday in South Carolina. And then fucking Friday, we were in Dallas.
Wow.
Playing. And we just fucking mopped that shit. We just pedaled to the metal, dude. And then we played somewhere else on that Saturday. I think it was back in like my hometown or something. And but yeah, it's just I know how we can do it better this time. I know how we can do it bigger.
And now you got the time to plan it, where it's like you guys get in there around Silly Week.
Mm-hmm.
Like you get to. And I'm happy to give you some of the hotbeds, like some of my favorite colleges. That's something I got to experience, being out with Gary and Charlie, the Muscadine guys, and being out with Trey. I've hit every fucking college town in the Southeast. Like that was dick down in Dallas country for Trey for a long time. But it's like the Statesboro, Georgias, the Athens, Georgias,
Oh,
the
yeah.
Auburn, Alabamas, the Milledgeville, Georgias, the Starkville, Mississippis, the Oxford, Mississippis, Columbia, South Carolina, Anderson, South Carolina, Martin, Tennessee. Like even like the smaller
Dude, yeah.
colleges, dude. Like there's so many places that would ride or die with Sevy. All you gotta do is all you gotta do is get in front of people. And like I said earlier, like you and the boys, you guys put on one of our favorite shows.
Thanks, man.
We see 5, 6 full bands a week. We're getting into festival season now where we'll be out on the road, and we see a lot, but it's like you guys win a damn room over. Like that night at the Duck Line that we had you last time was fucking electric, dude.
Thanks, man.
Like all you gotta do is get in front of the people, and you boys do your damn thing.
Well, it's just that's where we get to actually do our shit. That's where we
Yeah.
just get to like have fun and be us. Like we put in all the work beforehand
Yeah.
to be able to just go fucking have fun. And at the end of the day, like I think I've released one ballad, one out of like the 8 or 9 songs that we've released, and so it's like we're built and we're building to have a fucking party. Like we want people to just forget that they can't pay taxes this year. You know, they forget that, oh man, I have enough money for either a bucket of beer or to like gas for the ride, like gas to get home. I'm choosing the bucket of beer. Like that, like we want to bring people in and just have a good time and forget
Yeah.
about life for a minute. Even like if we have 30 minutes, if we have 5 songs, if we have an hour, if we have 2 fucking hours or 3 hours, like we want you to forget about life and just have fun.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of what we're trying to build and what we're building. And we've had kind of a revolving door of musicians. We've had a couple of staples, but so far everybody that we've brought in, man, they want to experience that. They want to do that. They want to have fun, and they kind of embrace it, and they just have a blast, man. And that's kind of what we're just trying to make everybody do.
Yeah. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. What do you like doing when you're not doing music stuff? Because you're at the stage where you're just grinding right now. But what does Sevy do for fun? What does Andrew do for fun?
Sevy, Sevy likes to get hammered and party.
Where are Sevy's spots that he likes to hang out?
I mean, Red Door,
Red Door.
wherever Raised Rowdy's at. Honestly, like where Sevy and Andrew are kind of the same is that like we just like to drink on the back porch and just vibe, you know. Barbecue kind of shit, like backyard parties. Like, give me a kiddie pool and some floaties and some sunglasses and some fucking alcohol, and I'm there in my backyard.
There's just something about enjoying a cocktail or a beverage, and the sun is shining, and the tunes are playing, and it's just good vibes only.
Good vibe. Hey Tanner, can you write that? Can you write that down? Good vibes only. That's a fucking song.
I want a third or a fourth.
Dude, I
or a
got you.
fifth.
I got you. I got
Raise
you.
Rowdy
dog.
gets a fifth.
There we go.
Taking a bed.
Chris Jansen has a song called Good Vibes.
Yeah, not good
Yeah,
vibes
but-
only.
yeah, not good vibes
not
only.
Sevy, not with the context of what he's gonna be
Yeah,
saying.
we're gonna be singing about other shit, you know. But
Yeah.
yep. But Andrew, like, it's weird because right now, in Andrew's life and Sevy's life, Sevy it needs to kind of kick up the party, and Andrew needs to dial it back because Andrew's the one with the liver, you know. And so, like, and Andrew's also like trying to get skinny. Andrew's not skinny, but you know, like, not fucking fat, you know. Andrew's trying to be healthy. Andrew's trying to do better for his girlfriend and like start, you know, thinking about a family and all that stuff. While Sevy's just like, let's get fucking hammered. Like,
Yeah.
let's just have a good time. So it's a weird dichotomy. Like right now, I'm so busy with, you know, traveling with Taylor and also doing my own shows and stuff that I just enjoy fucking sleep. Like sleep is the hot commodity right now.
Yeah.
I just whenever I have free time, I'll play a little bit of Xbox.
What
And-
games are we playing?
Well, so I have the Game Pass on Xbox.
Ooh, okay.
And
You're
so-
a pro.
Yeah, and so I'm going after. I just cloud streaming fucking Road to Glory on College Football 25.
Oh, dude, I played the fuck out of that game for a long time. Then MLB The Show came out, and now we're in Yankee season. So I'm
There you go.
I'm dialed in on the baseball now. But NCAA 25, what a game!
It's been awesome so far. I just started it maybe a week ago, and I haven't gotten to play it a whole lot. So I'm still trying to figure it out because it's a lot different than Madden.
Yeah, and it's a lot different than the NCAA that we played when we were in middle school.
Yeah.
You know,
It's a lot different, and but for the most part, I just get on with my boys and we just play zombies on Call of Duty.
do you Fortnite at all?
No, I've never got into Fortnite. A lot of people tell me I should.
Well, if you ever do, let me know. I don't play personally, but Nikki T is
Oh.
on those sticks
Okay.
with all the homies.
Well-
So that's a great place to
I'll
hang out with people. Is on the group in the chat on Xbox or
Dude,
on the sticks.
I'm so down, and tell Nikki that if he wants to get his ass beat in some Call of Duty, to let me know.
Oh, that's what happens when you have everything all linked up.
Oh,
I know my mom's listening to this, Mom. I'll call you back after.
Oh, sorry, Mom.
She always listens to all the episodes, which is awesome. But talking about what we've got coming out. So, Homie Hoppin', do we have a date for that?
April 18th.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, dude.
So it'll be out by the time.
17th. What the
17th.
fuck? 17th? Midnight 17th going into 18th, or midnight 16th going into 17th.
Tyler screwed me. I put the 18th on your profile, and he corrected me and said the 17th.
I think he might be. I think we might be releasing it on a Thursday because Good Friday's on April 18th, and so I think that might be the confusion. Because
This is a weird year for Easter because you know what Easter Sunday is this year?
what?
420. Easter is 420 this year. Yeah. Which, by the way, I don't know if you're back in Texas for that or if you're in town. We do have a writers round on that night too. We have Rowdy on the Row 420 Easter at the Duck Blind.
Oh,
So
damn.
if you'd like to play, I think Nikki T's still looking to fill that.
Okay, we're gonna talk about that after this because
But it's a weird year for Easter because you're talking about you don't want to put out Homie Hoppin' on Good Friday. Totally understandable.
Yeah.
Then Easter's fucking 420.
But then again, it's I feel like the Lord will understand. It's just a song.
Yeah.
It's not very
Yeah. How many cuss words are in Homie Hoppin'?
none.
None. So the radio could play the song.
I mean, technically, does if you're talking about a rooster, does cock count?
if you're talking about a rooster, no.
Then we have zero cuss words.
That is
in
a completely clean song.
I think it is. There's a lot of innuendos. A lot.
Yeah, but innuendos are innuendos. George Strait saying, I'm the fireman. He's talking about going out and
True.
being on the road.
True.
Putting out old flames.
True, putting out old flames, baby.
Yeah, honky tonk badonkadonk. There's
honky tonk, donk donk.
yeah, there's innuendos in country music forever.
Yeah, but so I'll go ahead and say the second verse. The second verse is our most sexual innuendo. She's like a rooster in the morning, got a cock that she will do.
Oh,
Yeah, so
that's
I
some
don't-
Trace Adkins shit.
Yeah,
That's some
so-
brown chicken, brown cow shit.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I don't know, because technically we're saying cock-a-doodle do, but also at the same time we're saying got a cock she will do.
Yeah, so either I guess it's cock or it's bestiality.
Yeah. So it's we've got it's April 17th, 18th, whatever, it doesn't
Yeah.
matter. Just gonna go ahead and shout this out there if you don't mind. Pre-save link is in all my bios
Yeah.
because I'm trying to get the pre-saves up because
Yeah. I think by the time this episode comes out, the song will be out.
fuck. Well,
Now you can go and stream it because it is fucking everywhere.
yeah, you can do that. It already came out. It's already past April 17th or 18th, whichever day it came out.
Happy Easter.
Happy Easter. There's a song called A Homie Hoppin'. But yeah, dude, it's coming out. And then after that, we've got...
Yeah, I was going to ask what's in the tank because I'm sure you've got some stuff dialed in.
We've got some. We don't have some. It's right now, as a matter of fact, today is when we go in and we talk about what's next after Homie Hoppin'. We've got a bunch of shit.
What are the options?
We've got this one song that I recently wrote called my ex-girlfriend's ex-girlfriend. It's about
Okay, that's the lesbian lover.
yeah, there's that one. There's another one, the one that me and Justin wrote. That's in consideration. There's this one that me, my buddy Cash Cortez, and Ian McMahon wrote
Oh, I love Ian.
that I fucking love. They started that song, And I was just like, hey, y'all need help finishing that? I'd love to help. And then Cash was like, hey, this isn't really my style, but if you want to write it for you, I was like, fuck yeah.
What's that one called?
Life Goes On.
Okay.
And it's just about how sometimes life just fucking sucks, but you just got to suck it up and just go with the flow.
It's very Sevy.
Yeah. And then there's one that we wrote at the retreat that I'm really, 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 really excited about. I teased it once and just didn't do anything with it. I didn't push it because that's when Sevy's gonna have some serious songs eventually. It's not always gonna be like the funny kind of shit that we're doing, because Sevy does have shit to say.
Yeah.
And this one, it's called I Know. I wrote that with Tanner, my two producers, Brian Bunn and Tyler Woodward, and my boy David Duvall. Wrote it at the retreat, and it's just like, it kind of sucked in the moment, but like Tanner and Tyler are like two of my closest fucking friends, and they know I have told them every single one of my insecurities, every single thing that fucks me up in the head to talk about, and they just fucking started throwing them out there like lines, and David just wraps it up in a pretty fucking bow. At the end of that, when we finish that song in the thing, by that time everybody from all the other rights had come up there and was just dead silent, just listening. We listened to it 3 times and no one said a fucking word.
Wow.
And I'm over there fucking bawling my eyes out because it fucking hurt. But it's also just about how, everything kind of sucks sometimes, and how, like, my kind of personal struggles, whether it's Andrew or Sevy, like, I miss my girl. She lives in fucking Texas.
Yeah, dude, that's tough.
I'm like, my dad's getting older, I don't get to, my dad's like my hero, and I don't get to talk to him as much. And I'm broke all the fucking time, and it's fine. Got to make it somehow in some way. It's all the things that fucking hurt to talk about for me. And man, that Surfside's hitting right now. But it's a tough song.
Yeah.
And so I'm really excited for that. And then I know that in the wintertime we're talking about releasing this song I wrote for my girl called There She Is. It's about
I've heard that live a bunch. Whoa.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
Oh yeah, that's a Sevy staple.
yeah, that's
Love that song.
That's one that we're trying to get right now, because it's the way I hear it. Like when you sit down with some of these songs, you don't think about playing them in small bars or anything. You go immediately to stadiums. Like, how's this going to sound in a stadium?
Yeah.
So this is like my stadium like song in my head.
It's the one where the crowd is singing it back, and there's that
Exactly.
that whoa.
There's that
there
moment
she
of
is.
everything.
Yeah, I can't hit
And-
the Sevy notes, but you
but,
belt the shit out of that song, dude.
Thanks, man. And but I wrote that for her because, like, we, it's tough with the distance and stuff, and it's really fucking hard to talk, especially when I have a completely different schedule. She wakes up and works her fucking ass off from like 5 a.m. to like fucking 10 p.m.
Yeah.
And I'm the guy that wakes up at fucking 10 o'clock.
Yeah, dude, we're in music. I have the same thing. My girlfriend works like a serious day job type of situation, and it's she up at 5 a.m. We both live in the Nashville area, but I've gone from seeing her like multiple times a week to once a week right now.
Yeah.
And that's where it's at.
Yeah, and I mean, we've gone, me and her, I think
You've
the
probably gone months without seeing each
3
other.
months has been our longest.
Wow.
3 whole months without seeing each other, and so, like, and sometimes, like, she struggles with like depression and anxiety and all that stuff from fucking assholes in her past and stuff like that, and it's just that was my song to her, to let her know that, hey, like, I know I don't get to see you a whole lot. I know it's really fucking hard. I know this distance really fucking sucks, but no matter what you're going through, no matter what we're going through, like, I'm choosing you at the end of every day, and I love the shit out of you.
Yeah.
And it's just to kind of help to remind herself, because whenever she kind of goes down a rabbit hole or she starts crying or like she starts breaking down. She's gonna get so mad at me. I'm telling all of her secrets. But when she kind of breaks down, I've been able to I bring her back to kind of her standard, her normal.
Yeah, dude, you're her person, man.
Yeah,
that's what it's at. And she's
brings,
yours.
Dude,
yeah.
she brings me back to my normal.
Yeah.
And she elevates me. And so when she gets back to her normal, I found myself always saying, "Oh, there she is."
Yeah.
You know, because that's my girl coming back. You know, and
it's a true story, man.
Yeah. So it's like it was. I wrote that. I wrote like the verses in the pre-choruses and stuff, and I just couldn't find a chorus. And then I took it into Effie and Chris Sly, and within I think 10 minutes they knocked it out, and they just hit that chorus nail on the head. And so it was just that's a special song that's going to probably take a while to get out because I want it to be right.
Yeah.
I want it to be somewhere between like Drops of Jupiter and like Bright Lights by Matchbox 20.
Yeah.
So trying to figure that out, and there's going to be a shift where we still have the fun music, we still have the good times, but also like, hey, we can get a little serious.
It's important. It's important to have that duality, man. And there's both sides to the coin, and you're more than just one style. And that to me is one of the things that excites me so much about what you're doing is that there's no bounds to what an artist has to sound like or the art has to be.
Yeah.
You can really, it's complete free play out there right now.
Dude, and honestly, like, I know a lot of people talk a lot of shit about TikTok, but I mean, it's because TikTok has allowed that. Like, you know, like instead of creating a fan base strictly off of one sound, you know, and like when it was all radio all the time, you were either playing on the country channel or the rock channel or the pop channel or the rap channel. Now it's like this amalgamation of, thanks to streaming and TikTok, where you could kind of do whatever you want.
Yeah.
And for me, like, I've always looked at the Eagles. Like, the Eagles did whatever they fucking wanted. Yeah. And their main thing was their voices. Like, that blend of Don Henley and Glenn Frey, just, that was it. Like, that was the Eagles. You know, they can go from a song like Doolin Dalton to Hotel California to Sad Cafe to Life in the Fast Lane. It was similar because it was them, but completely like they was on fucking, it's completely different shit, you know? And so that's kind of how I've always wanted to do music. And everybody's like, no, you got to stick to a lane. You got to stick to a lane. Once you got to find your lane, and then once you develop your fan base, then you can branch off. It's like, nah, fuck that. Like, we can go in and we can go down as many lanes as we want and build little pockets to create this big thing where then, you know, you can have the super left-leaning person and the super right-leaning person, the super atheist and the super Christian. You can have all these people come together like it's like America's fucking supposed to be.
Yeah, exactly, like we are, yeah.
Yeah, and then just sit down and just have a damn good time.
Yeah.
That's what we're supposed to be doing. You know, that's what America is that like you put aside your differences and you still try to love the person next to you.
Yeah.
And if you can't love them, then you at least can share a beer with them.
Yeah, 100%. Anybody can share a drink with anybody for sure. And it's like, yeah, you're riding down the highway. Mm-hmm. Like I'm sure when you go home from here, you're on I-40, you're going to spend some time in the left lane, some time in the middle lane, and then you're going to get off the exit in the right lane.
Exactly.
You're going to be in different lanes. We go in different lanes every day.
Everybody does, man. And that the music that we're trying to create is just, it's literally just for, it may not be for everybody, but it's for somebody. And we just want it to be a place where like you leave your problems at the door, you leave all your baggage, all the things that you know hate about somebody, or you hate about the way that they think, or you know just that you can't pay bills that month or whatever it is, and you drop you drop all that baggage at the door and you come in, and then you just politics away, everything away, and you just have a good time in this space with the people that are around you. And then you leave, and it's up to you to pick up that baggage or leave it there and choose a brighter kind of way of thinking about it, you know?
Amen.
So that's kind of what we're trying to build. I don't know if we'll ever get there, you know, God willing, I hope so.
The foundation is there right now, brother. You guys are doing it. You guys are doing it, and I'm so excited to see where this journey goes. And I'm excited that you guys are going to be. We're going to get to see you this summer at Tailgates and Tall Boys.
Oh,
One of my absolute favorites. I'll be doing the main stage again.
Oh,
Nick,
hell yeah.
Nick will be doing the side stage.
hell yeah.
So we will be hanging out there.
Dude, I think
We're gonna have to get some content this year. I don't know what we'll figure it out. We'll talk to the suit over there and the cutoff sleeves.
Yeah.
And we'll figure out, like, it'd be fun to do some, like, because what we like to do is we like to go out in the crowd and do content with people.
Uh-huh.
Some Sevy content out there would be fucking electric.
Dude, and I think Taylor, he's bringing his mini Jeep.
Oh, to ride around, yeah.
And some pit bikes.
Yes. Okay, so we can do all kinds of
We're
stuff.
gonna have fun. I remember last year I got really drunk, and I don't know if this might be illegal, but I got really drunk and I got on his electric pit bike thing.
Yeah.
And I think you were in there getting an IV at like fucking 3 a.m.
Yeah,
or
you were.
something.
Yeah, and you were
And I
flying
just
around. Yeah.
pulled in to the
yeah,
bar,
Yeah.
and then we just sat there and talked.
Yeah.
And then I just did a couple donuts on the slick concrete surface and just beelined it out of
Yeah.
there. But dude, like, I fucking love tailgates, dude. It's so much fun.
Dude, and this year's lineup is insane.
It's
and
nuts.
It's wild. And I'm so happy when I saw Taylor's name on there. I'm like, yes, that means we're going to get to see Sevy too.
Oh, yeah.
And
And
you
I
get to see the whole
think
crew.
I think Taylor is gonna. Don't quote me on this, but I might be able to sing one of mine. He might let me sing like "Ruin Our Weekend" or something. There.
Oh, nice.
I don't know for sure, but he's been super kind about that. And either way, I'm gonna have a fucking blast.
Yeah.
And my liver's gonna hurt really fucking bad, but I don't care.
Well, that's what they got the IVs there for, brother.
I'm gonna have to get an IV or 3.
Yeah. I don't even drink, and I needed an IV last year.
Oh, dude, you were running around.
Oh,
like,
yeah, dude.
You were like sunburnt and just fucking
Dude,
going.
I looked at my Apple Watch. I burned like almost 2,500 calories that day.
Good
Just
God.
going around.
I bet you walked like 10 miles that day.
Oh yeah, and it's funny. So the weekend before that, we're in Clinton, Iowa with them. So
Oh,
we do
shit.
back to back to back, or we do back to back. And this year we might be at Rock the South, so it might be back to back to back
To back?
to back to back to back. And then this weekend we're going to Auburn, and we're going to Georgia rodeos.
Oh, damn.
We're going to California in a couple weeks, and we're going to Tumbleweed for Calf Fry Festival.
Oh, nice.
We're hosting that this year. I'm hosting the main stage at Calf
Oh,
Fry, which will be
dude.
nuts. I'm gonna actually get to eat Calf Fry this year.
There you go.
The I think they're like bowl nuts or something.
Oh, yeah, they're bull balls.
Yeah. So I'm like, I told Nikki, I'm like, Nikki, when we're on stage, we gotta eat the calf fry. He's like,
You
well,
have
what the?
to.
So, well, what is that? I'm like, they're bull nuts. He's like, well, I'm not doing that. I'm like, well, I'm gonna win over these people. They're gonna see this loudmouth New Yorker up there talking and be like, who the fuck is this guy? And I'm gonna earn their respect. Before I introduce Wyatt Flores, I'm gonna eat some calf fry
There you
in
go.
front of these people in Oklahoma. I'm gonna gain the respect of
Dude.
Stillwater, Oklahoma.
Dude, I guarantee you, man, like, you're going to walk out there and just your energy in general is going to win them over.
Oh, dude, I love Tumbleweed. Tumbleweed's one of my favorite clubs.
Dude,
like,
I got
going
to
out
play there
for years.
once for like a 420 event or something.
Oh, that had
it
to
was
be
a
wild.
super last minute thing. And we drove up from Texas, like, and just barely made it there, set up real quick. But it was they had a bunch of big ass circus tents out back.
Yeah.
And it was just weed vendors.
Oh, dude, Oklahoma has some of the best weed in the world.
I-
I will die on that hill.
I'm not
forever.
entirely sure about that because, believe it or not, I fucking hate weed.
You're a drinks guy, not
I
a
am a
smoke
drink.
guy.
If I
yeah.
smoke, I'll take one hit, and then I will go eat a pantry's worth of food.
Oh, the munchies are rough, dude.
yeah, and then I will sit down on the couch, watch Family Guy, and feel my arteries clog to my heart, and feel like I'm having a heart attack, and then I feel like I can't breathe, and then I gotta go take baby aspirin, and then I can't sleep. It's a whole ordeal. I can't do it,
Yeah.
but I will drink plenty.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah, see, I don't do that, but I'll do the THC.
So you're California sober.
Yeah, I'm California sober, and I've cut back a lot from what
Mhm.
I used to do. Like I used to be able to host rounds, Stone. Like we used to give out Delta 8, Delta 9 joints
Hell
at
yeah.
my rounds at Live Oak back in the day. Like we were
Hell yeah.
sponsored by a Delta 8 company. So it was like you show up, here's a 30 milligram lollipop. The whole bar would be and the bar would always be like, your people don't drink enough. They eat a lot of food. I'm like, yeah, food sales matter. Like I'm getting everybody high high and they're eating chicken fingers.
Yeah.
You know? It was always Nick's rounds on Sundays, Rowdy on the road. Everybody drank the Bar Drive Busch Light. My rounds, everybody got high and ate all the chicken tenders that Live Oak had. That was what it was like 4 or 5 years ago.
That's pretty sick, though.
Yeah,
Hey,
that was our branding.
Tanner, I have an idea for our DIY college tour now. Just like get Delta 8 gummies, get sponsored. Free weed.
Free weed. Everybody's wonking out listening
Yeah,
to our weekend.
And then we just kind of sit there, and instead of making it super rowdy, we just fucking like, hey, let's all just be friends, man.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, just slow hip thrusts.
Yeah,
just moving slow motion. Yeah.
Just feeling it and vibing. You got some guy in the back who's never done it before, and he's seeing shit. It's really great. Like, it's. Hey, man, it's okay, man. The bitch tried to ruin our weekend. But, hey, peace and love, man. Every time I think of it, like pot smoking guys and stuff, I just picture my Uncle Rick. He's old hippie. And he's just like, I get him on the phone sometimes. And he's just like, hey, man.
Yeah.
Like, I've been smoking weed since 6 a.m., man. And it's like, that's what I just, every time. Like,
yeah, it's like Tommy Chong's character on that 70s show.
Exactly.
When he had the record store.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
They're sitting around the table in the basement.
Yeah, it's just
Wisconsin.
like, wait, what are we talking about, man?
Just the haze. But, dude, I appreciate the hell out of you coming on, and especially after a red-eye flight back here. Anything we can ever do to have the Raise Rowdy name alongside the Sevy name, the Andrew Sevner name, whatever, like, we're always down. We believe in you so much, dog.
Dude, thank you. I
really
believe in
do.
y'all, and I appreciate the shit out of you guys, and I appreciate what y'all do for artists like me. That are just trying to find a space, man. And, like, obviously, I love the Trash Panda.
Yeah, we're not going to leave that one in Europe. We're not going to get that stolen in Europe.
We're not going to let this one get. This one's under lock and fucking key. Okay, I'm buying a safe just to put this fucker in. And I'm carrying this with me. I don't care if I have to check that bag, But dude, like, seriously, I love you guys. I can't thank y'all enough for what y'all do for artists like me, and for what y'all have done for me. Yeah, man, I think one day we will have a Sevy Raise Rowdy like hat or T-shirt or something.
Oh, dude, yeah, we're definitely
with the fucking Trash Panda.
We're definitely down to talk about that. We're definitely down to figure out ways that we can work together. And just thank you for being you, and thank you for being like, and thank you for opening up on here too, talking about real shit, man. I appreciate the hell out of you.
Absolutely,
and I'm glad you enjoyed the.
I enjoyed both of them. I'm feeling a little buzzy now.
Hell yeah!
I'm actually pretty. I'm pretty fucking buzzed right now.
And they're caffeinated. So
I know.
50 milligrams of caffeine.
Yeah, I kind of
have fun with that, Tanner.
I kind of blacked out like 30 minutes ago. I just
he's gonna go into that song meeting and just be going.
Be like, all right, guys, we got to talk about this. We got to talk about that. And I'm like, oh my gosh. Why am I so hyped?
The auctioneer over here.
Dude, and I think the other thing is, too, I already had a Celsius right before this to try to wake up. So, like, I'm feeling good. I think I got a buzz. I think I got a caffeination. I think I'm solid. I don't think I'm going to sleep for a day now. I think I can go for 24 hours. Surfside with the green tea. Drink this shit and you'll feel great.
Hell yeah! Well, I'm gonna send you home with an 8-pack of that, the variety pack, so you can have that.
Tanner, I'll stop drinking tomorrow.
Dude, well, y'all be sure to look up our boy. It's Broke Sevy, or is it just
Broke Sevy?
Broke Sevy on Instagram. Is it the same on
TikTok?
Broke Sevy on Instagram. Broke Sevy on TikTok. Check it out. Some of my favorite content on the internet right now. And go jam Homie Hoppin'. Go jam Ruin Our Weekend. Go jam Sunny Days. Go jam Stuff Happens. Stuff happens. You're a wild motherfucker. But also be on the lookout. Be on the lookout for the serious stuff coming soon. And if you see him coming to your town, go and check out a Sevy show, and go check out our boy Taylor Holder as well. And you can see this big man move around stage. I know Tanner's usually on the road as well, so you can party. You can hang out with the big beard and the mustache man over there.
Yeah,
so.
well, he's also the mustache and muscles. So
the mustache Eminem.
Yeah.
Eminem.
Mustache and muscles.
There he is, bud. But that's awesome. But dude, thank you so much for coming on here. Guys, shout out to our friends from Surfside. Vodka lemonade, vodka iced tea, half and half, green tea and vodka. They got a bunch of flavors. Sevy enjoyed them. That means you'll enjoy them too. Go check out our friends at Surfside. They're all over the damn place now. And for more on us, visit raisrowdy.com. For my man Sevy, I'm Matt Burrill. This has been Outside the Round.